Welcome aboard the safest airline in Africa. With industry-leading safety measures to protect your well-being. The first in Africa to earn a diamond standard of safety. Offering a more contactless, safe, and seamless experience. Delivered with a smile by Africa's first fully vaccinated crew. Creating special memories that bring the joy back to flying, so you can continue making memories with your loved ones. Book your flight with RwandAir today. RwandAir, the safest airline in Africa. RwandAir, fly the dream of...
Rona Musime is a certified project management professional and member of the Project Management Institute of USA. She has also proven experience of 8 years in project management, process re-engineering, change management, risk management, banking operations, and strategic management. Together, please let us welcome Rona Musime to the podium as she welcomes her panel.
Thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. As we draw close to the end of our seminar, it's very important that we still have people here to listen to a very interesting session. We have had a number of discussions about agribusiness, about the financial sector, and now we are at a sector that's also very interesting and not so much has been spoken about, yet we have a lot of potential in Africa in this particular sector. Our topic today is resolving Africa's massive youth unemployment. Our hospitality and creative arts industries, the missing link. Just to give us a minute, just to think about it. We've spoken so much about agribusiness. We've spoken so much about the financial sector, about other sectors that have been given a lot of attention. But just for us to ponder just for a second, have you ever thought about hospitality and creative arts being the missing link in youth unemployment? I think this discussion is going to be very interesting because I'm sure most of us are like, what? Maybe, maybe not. And as we have this discussion, just to open our minds, when we speak about hospitality, we're speaking about accommodation, we're speaking about tourist attractions, we're speaking about food and beverage. And when we speak about creative arts, we're speaking about entertainment, books, movies, all these things that we've been a part of, most of us during the lockdown, or if I'm to pay attention to the youth who are a key topic in this, they watched a lot of Netflix. That's part of entertainment. That's part of creative arts. But as Uganda, as Africa, have we thought about it as a means of solving one of our biggest challenges, which is youth unemployment? My name is Rona Musime, and I'm your moderator for this session. I'd like to welcome the keynote speaker, Mr. Stephen Asimwe, who is the CEO, Private Sector Foundation. Stephen is one of the most highly skilled, talented, versatile, honest, and multidisciplined, accomplished, and experienced business managers in East African region. And as he comes up, I'd like to request the rest of the panelists to come and take up their seats in the interest of time. Mr. Stephen Asimwe, you're very welcome.
Good evening. You know, when you're coming to talk about entertainment and you come and everybody's good evening. Okay, I've just sanitized my mic and it has 99% alcohol. So if you see me staggering on stage, blame it on this thing here. Thank you very much, Madam Moderator and Dr. Deitumi. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm racing against time. I have another meeting somewhere, so I'll attempt to move very fast, but allow me also to recognize the fact that this has been a fantastic conference. If there was anything about brain surgery, I think I got it today. I've just told you I'm Stephen Asimwe. I'm CEO of the Private Sector Foundation. My past station was I was CEO for the Uganda Tourism Board. And my other station was the East African Business Week, EABW, and I see my brother here, Godfrey. So I have been in the media space for 20 years, and then I was in the tourism space for 5. I'm now in the private sector space. So I've traveled quite a bit in Africa, close to 20 countries. And one of the things that fascinates me is the evening and nightlife of these countries. I've been to West Africa, North Africa, Southern Africa. I've been in Africa quite a bit. And this is a fantastic topic. I don't know why it was brought last, but they sometimes say save the best for last. But I'm going to give you some very interesting statistics. And my DNA is optimism. I am an optimist. I am very, very optimistic. I'm very optimistic. I want us to leave this hall, and for those of us listening in from the continent, that this is Africa's time. In 2001, The Economist ran an article, and it sold big time. It said that Africa was collapsing. In 2011, 10 years later, the economy of the continent had leapfrogged massively to the point that these guys had no choice but to say Africa rising. I think you know that famous article in The Economist, and you can search it on Google. But if there is one sector, if there was one industry that we need to watch very closely, and if you have some money, please put it aside for this particular sector. I think we've delved so much into agribusiness, manufacturing, and I head Private Sector Foundation, 12 sectors: manufacturing, ICT, agriculture, tourism, name it, professional services, financial services. We've just created the creative sector, and it is looking very nice. I think it was 3 weeks ago when we had the Africa Cup, AFCON, in Cameroon. When they displayed the team that was going to play for Senegal, the entire 11 players plus the substitutes, none of them was playing in the Senegalese league. All of them were playing in Europe and sections of Asia. The entire value proposition in terms of earnings, I think some of you, especially the men, you know the guy from Liverpool, Mane, and who, they had to fly him in a private jet with some other guy. Those guys were insured $2 million in a private jet. Liverpool had to stake money because that guy has a value proposition on his foot, or both his feet. Because every time he scores, the share price of Liverpool goes up. Such is his worth, and such was their worth, that today, Senegal has projected football earnings as a factor of GDP. Senegal. Cameroon, Mali, Burkina Faso, Ghana, Nigeria, name it. Football is serious business. It's an investment, it's an industry. I'm talking, and Mr. Deitumi, I wish you had included sport, because sport is pretty much a part of the entertainment subsector, if you like. Because every weekend, the Premier League grosses billions of dollars as a result of spending on advertising, on media, etc. But I just wanted to whet your appetite pretty much on what just one sport called football can do to an economy. Again, I'm delving a bit too much in football, but I remember watching I think it was '98 World Cup, where they showed Brazil. They were doing a preview before the Brazilians played. They said Brazil had 500 internationals playing across the world. The sheer amount of money those guys remit is incredible. So Africa has strong men, muscular. The best human resource we ever lost was during the slave trade. And that's why the strongest and most able-bodied people were taken across the Atlantic. That 400 years later, Usain's speed is unbeatable because of his DNA. And that DNA still exists in Africa. But I don't want to go too much into sport. I want to just to tell you our potential. But and I really want to keep it short, but I get excited when some of these things come. So the hospitality and arts industry is massive. But therein lies another problem. Africa is a fast-growing continent in terms of population. By this evening, we were approaching 1.4 billion people. And according to the ILO, about 10.6% of the world's population, which stands at about 8 billion, is unemployed, meaning that 1 billion people are unemployed. And a big chunk of that is in Africa. So therefore, we have a dichotomy of problems here. On the one hand, we have potential. On the other, we have a challenge. But my experience in the tourism sector means that tourism, creatives, is an issue of entertainment, is an issue of experience. In tourism, we sell an experience. We sell the 5 senses: smell, touch, sound, taste. What is the other one? Hearing. So music, dance, drama. All of that is part of the creative sector. And that has come out into much more interesting issues to do with music and film and television, crafts. And I want to go into some statistics here, ladies and gentlemen. When we are discussing culture and heritage and history, food is a big deal. Uganda started something called Rolex. How many of you know the Rolex? It's an egg and a chapati. Roll it together, you have a Rolex. But the creative Rolex brought in some very interesting aspects. This thing started at the university. It was cheap, it was tasty, fast to fix. And once you had hammered it, you only paid 500 shillings or 1K. But if you wanted some more creativity, you added in some more substance. So at the university, they introduced things like cabbages, beans, and it's merged with some names. So my son told me recently that, Dad, you know what? Today I'm eating Rolex. I said, what is in it? He said, I'm going to eat Jack Bauer. Wow. I said, what's Jack Bauer? I said, wait a minute. So he made a phone call. About 2 minutes away, a guy brings a big round thing. When they cut it, it had like a mattress with so many colors. Fantastic. Then we had another Rolex. They brought in, they stuffed in all sorts of things. They called it Michael Ezra. I said, wow, what is that? Then they brought the most dangerous one. It had everything. It had cabbages, beans, I don't know what. That one was called Basaja Valava. Men, these guys are creative. Such was the power of the Rolex that Uganda's production of 500,000 eggs a year catapulted to 1 billion eggs in 1 year like this because of the creativity. And before we knew it, there were all sorts of Rolex stages. They call them stages. I don't know. A stage is supposed to be a place where cars come and go. But now I'm told Rolexes have stages. And they actually have chairpersons. If you come anywhere near a Rolex stage, they'll come for you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not just a laughing matter. When you catapult 500,000 eggs in the poultry industry to 1 billion, you are actually shaping an economy. And that speaks to the power of the arts, the food, the cuisine. That industry is very powerful. So I just wanted to whet your appetite on some of these issues. So fashion is a big deal. Africa's fashion industry pre-COVID was actually at $31 billion, and predominantly in Western Africa, anywhere from Congo going west. East Africans were not very creative. I'm wearing a suit on January 1st, I wear a suit December 31st. In West Africa, if you're wearing a suit, you're either a foreigner or you work in the bank or the hotel industry. It's a big deal. We're throwing away money. In India alone, the fashion industry creates $60 billion. It's interesting that we are throwing away this thing. So we need to enter this space, and I really insist we enter this space. So this hospitality industry, job creation, tourism, hotels, food, music, crafts, the African craft industry pre-COVID was $984 billion. Massive, 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 massive. I could talk about the whole day. So basically what is lacking? We are lacking a very, very intense need to invest, to be creative, to enter a strategy that shows promotion, that brings quality assurance, that targets the young people who are now 784 million young Africans, creates an environment that provides skills, digital skills, especially to protect on copyright. We need to get value chains around these people, ladies and gentlemen. Nigeria has a very interesting story. And please watch Nollywood very closely. I was doing some statistics, actually, that the film industry, Nollywood in Nigeria, has entered double-digit $1 billion. Both their film industry, Nollywood, and their music industry is actually showing huge returns on investment. And I'll ask Apollo, my colleague from Private Sector Foundation, to talk about our entrance into this sector under the Young Africa Works, to create a lead farm structure around this. But as far as I'm concerned, America earns $720 billion. Nigeria is now pushing out 1,000 movies a month, and they are making some money. It's very, very interesting. So I just wanted to whet your appetite. I could have said more. I'm pressed for time. But I want to close with two stories, and I'll stop there. The first story was a very interesting encounter. I was going to LA for a conference in Hollywood, and I chanced to meet a guy in one of the transit areas. We met at a breakfast, early gate, 6 o'clock. You're bored, you see a black guy, so you walk towards him. We had a chat. He says, Nigerian, I'm Ugandan. What do you do? I'm a lawyer, but I deal in videos. I said, wow, you deal in videos? This guy had 2 big bags, which he had checked in, and he had 2 extra bags. He only had a shirt, a trouser, and his shoes. The rest of his place was stuffed with CDs. Now, this is many years ago. So I said, what do you do? He said, I deal in videos. I said, wow. He said, every month, my ticket is subscribed over by the money I earn. So long story short, we got into a plane, flew, we arrived in LA. My pickup vehicle was late, so I traveled with him, with his family. But this is what happened. When we got to LA, at LAX airport in Los Angeles, there were cars lined up waiting for movies from Nigeria. Everybody lined up, and they were paying him dollars. He said, by the way, I've already got my tickets back. That was then. I don't know what it is like now. But he made a lot of money because everybody was waiting for Nigerian movies. I'll close with this story. I did a very, very quick study about the Nigerians. Again, I'm fascinated about the Nigerians. I'm not a musician. I don't know names, but I hear them on radio when I'm driving my car. But you guys probably know them. Do you know Wizkid? I don't know him. But this guy is worth $21 million today. Wizkid, I don't know. How old is he? Something. There's another guy called Davido. Do you know him? Are you here? 19.5 million. Do you know Don Jazzy? He's 18.5 million. Do you know Burna Boy? I don't know him. He's worth 17 million. Do you know Two Face? I don't know. Have I said it correctly? He's worth 16 million. Do you know Olamide? I don't know him. He's worth $12 million. Do you know Fino or Fino? Fino. I don't even know how to pronounce their names. The guy is worth $11 million. Do you know Timaya? I don't know him. He's worth 10.5. Do you know Peter Okoye? I don't know him. He's worth 10 million. Do you know Flavor? That one I have heard. He's worth 9.8 million. Ladies and gentlemen, can we invest in these things? Thank you so much. And I beg to leave. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Stephen Asimwe, for that very insightful keynote speech.
Pi Nation is your go-to website for exclusive content with in-depth stories, analysis, and detailed coverage. Sign up with these quick and easy steps. Visit www.monitor.co.ug. Sign up for free for a limited period of time with either Facebook or Google. Or you can enter your email address, password, followed by your phone number. Click Sign Up. You are now a registered user. Your privacy will be protected when you share information with us. This registration is part of our effort to understand our audiences and make better business decisions to serve you better. For any queries, please contact us on 0312 301 230 or email us at customercareug@ug.nationmedia.com. Monitor, powered by Nation. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to Nobel.
Internet is not only important, but is part of us now. We use it in our studies, at work, home, and while going about our daily errands. However, an inconsistent internet connection is common and can be frustrating. But the good news is, we are here to the rescue. At Rock Telecom, we strive to promote integrity, dependability, innovation, customer service, and open-mindedness. Visit our website www.rocktelecom.co.ug for more information. Rock Telecom. Rock Telecom is licensed by the Uganda Communications Commission.
Welcome aboard the safest airline in Africa. With industry-leading safety measures to protect your well-being. The first in Africa to earn a diamond standard of safety. Offering a more contactless, safe, and seamless experience. Delivered with a smile by Africa's first fully vaccinated crew. Creating special memories that bring the joy back to flying, so you can continue making memories with your loved ones. Book your flight with RwandAir today. RwandAir, the safest airline in Africa.
RwandAir, fly the dream of Africa.
So we pick travelers, our typical customers are people flying in and out of the country. So we pick those from the airport to wherever they're going and back. And we do this through a network of driver partners for whom we give regular business and improve livelihoods. They can book through WhatsApp, they can call us, they can email us. You know, we just try to make it as simple and convenient, as seamless as possible for our customers.
What is creating shared value all about? CSV is short for Creating Shared Value. It is a powerful business management concept that can promote companies to think differently about their approach to social and environmental issues. It is a strategy for addressing society's challenges through profitable business models. It's all about policies and practices that enhance the competitiveness of companies while improving social and environmental conditions in the regions in which they operate. CSV is not CSR. Creating shared value goes beyond philanthropy